Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, I've not said that in the longest time. But yeah, welcome back to my channel. I have created this very simple, easy little sort of smoky eye, light coverage makeup. It might not look like coverage, but I swear it's light coverage. But yeah, if you want to see how I created this look and have a little chatty, little catch up, like what's going on right now, then please keep watching. Oh, it's on. Wait, is the mic on? You on? So full disclosure guys, I have already filmed this and it had absolutely no sound. No sound, my mic didn't work. Oh my god, I could have cried when I went to go and edit it, but we move on, and we redo, and we do it even better a second time round. Oh my god. First makeup tutorial in quite a long time. I've not filmed in probably for like a year and a half for YouTube. I have been concentrating like mostly on like Instagram and Instagram's IGTV. So if you're from my Instagram, hi, welcome to the YouTube channel. And if you're here on YouTube like with me, please go and head over to Instagram, where I swear I have not been slacking. I have been putting up a lot of tutorials on IGTV, but I'm just really excited to get back in action. If I keep looking over at my viewfinder, it's because I am praying that this one has volume and it's still recording, because that would just be the cherry on top. So to begin this tutorial, I am going to go in with the Browjam. This is the moisturiser. This is such a good makeup primer. I'm actually going to use the Pixie Glow Mist. You need to give this a really good shake because it does have like argan oil in it, so it separates, so just give it a really good shake and I just spray it all over. Oh, it's such a gorgeous way to start your makeup and really prep your skin for all the gorgeous coverage it's way to experience. To prime, I'm going to go in with the Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown. I'm obsessed. Skin prep is like really major. I never used to be really big into like primers and moisturising and all that sort of stuff, but you definitely notice like a longevity with your makeup if you do put just a little bit of like extra care and time into your makeup prep, for sure. I can't believe that happened to me. I feel like the first video was really good, it was quite funny. Oh, help. I'm just going to take a bit of the Nyod, the photography fluid. This is opacity 12. There is a 8%, which is a little bit more bronzier, which I kind of wish I had, but this one I'll just do for just now. It is just to create like a really nice glow for underneath my foundation. And I'm using my hands for a lot of this just to really work it into the skin. I found like using your hands for like base products is really good as well. I've been doing that a lot more recently. So that is just such a beautiful glow, and plus we're not going too heavy with our foundation and stuff today because we're not going anywhere. We're literally just sitting watching this crazy snow that we're having. I cannot believe the amount of snow is wild. For foundation, I am going to be going in with the Huda Beauty. This is the Full Filter Luminous Matte Foundation. I'm using the shade Toasted Coconut, which is 240N, and I'm just going to go in with just one pump. So I just need the tiniest little amount, and I'm just going to basically only place it where I am really needing coverage and just let that sort of like Nyod, I hope it's Nyod, I'm just letting that sort of like shine through. So I'm just patting that in. This is a Doll Beauty, I think it's a DB3, yeah, DB3 foundation brush. So oh my god, I'm like trying to think of like what is new because it has been so long. What's definitely new is the pandemic, which is just, you know, a crazy thing to think that we've been like going through it for so long. Like hope that like my page is like a bit of an escape, like my channel's a bit of an escape, my tutorials are a bit of an escape. It's just good to have something really light to distract. I know that makeup is not important right now, but it is an escape for some people. It's definitely an escape for me. I really enjoy just kind of sitting down, and this is just like a nice relaxing in the middle of chaos. So I hope it is for you as well. I'm currently sporting a brace, which is kind of why I'm not so like overly chatty on camera anymore. Really near the end of coming off, I do have a date for it to come off, which I'm really excited about. I'm just hoping that that goes ahead and I just kind of feel a bit more comfortable with like talking and stuff as well. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier. This is a Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. I am using the shade 1N. I do like sort of a brighten underneath my eyes. And I'm leaving the underneath of my eyes to last, just because I want it to kind of like set in that area and just give me the most coverage possible. So during my first filming session, I got a delivery and it was this. So this is the Beauty Works braid that I am obsessed with. So like during my first video I had like this tiny little braid that just like ended here. So sad. My hair is on a bit of a journey right now, and it was like, I was so happy when it came. I really wish you guys had seen it. So I popped it in, and do you know what, like the colour's not absolutely perfect, but I feel, and like, oh, I need to style it just a little bit better, but I feel like it really goes with like the front bits of my hair, which are really light. When I get my hair done again, it will be sort of lighter, especially coming into summer. So I'm so excited. I feel like this won't be out of my hair now, because I just love having long hair. I miss just having like my extensions in. It's really funny because I think in one of the last videos that I'd done, I was kind of talking about how like I would never cut my hair and I would always have it long. Oh my god, I've had my hair short for quite a long time now. I just decided to get extensions at the end sort of last year, and they're tapes, so they don't really last too long in my hair. They kind of grow out pretty quick, so I had to take them out basically. I'm just not feeling the short hair right now, so I'm just so happy to have this braid. I feel like I'll be doing the low pony, the high pony, I'll probably bun it all up. I'll be doing the full works with it. So for contour, I'm just going in with Associate by Suzanne Jackson. This is such an easy to blend contour. This brush just makes it even more easier. This is the Molly O'Brien M015, and this just hugs like the contours of your face just because of the way it is designed. So I take it a little bit higher as well. I don't go right underneath my cheekbone, otherwise I feel like it'll be quite low, so I keep it quite high. Just to sculpt out basically a higher, slimmer new cheekbone, because my god, like lockdown is doing me dirty, especially this one. I think because it's like cold, I'm like just wanting like cookies and shortbread, and I feel like shortbread's a really random thing to want, but you know, the one that's got the chocolate chunks from Tesco. Oh my god, it's so good. So I'm just running this along like the perimeters of my forehead. I'm going to just also take this up this area of like my eye, kind of like try and like sculpt out a little bit of this bit. And then I'm just running it along the sides of my nose as well, and just right underneath. I'm not particularly like structured about my nose contour, I just kind of go for it and see what happens. My lips are so dry right now, it's actually criminal. Like, oh. For blusher, I'm going to go in with the Nude Sticks. This is Tiger Lily Queen. I'm just going in with my finger, applying it right to the apples of my cheeks, and then just bringing it right up to my temple. I go a little bit overboard with blush. I definitely fell in love with blush over the past year, and I just think it's like the best stuff ever. So I'm just applying most of it to the apples and just bringing the rest up the way. Love that. Love that for me. Love that for you. Love that for everyone. So I'm just going to take the Laura Mercier. This is the Secret Brightening Powder. I feel like everybody needs to know this because I just feel like enough people aren't talking about it, and it's so good. This is perfect just for underneath your eyes. I think that is what it was made for, and it's definitely really, really brightening. It's super fine milled. I just take it on a beauty blender and I just go ahead and just press it just right underneath my eyes, and you can see it's such like a bright powder. I just start to press that in and just melt it all into the skin so that my skin's still getting that amount of powder. It's just melted in. I'm not having to like sweep anything off. It's just so brightening. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So my is she distracting? I don't know if she's a little bit distracting, but this was actually a Christmas present from my other half. I really, really wanted it. And it was really funny because it was totally delayed because of like EU restrictions, and it was totally snowing like for the past like 2 days here. And I'm like, oh my god, like it's like so snowy, like we're off. It feels like Christmas. And then like this arrived and I was like, I now get presents. Like, is this Christmas? Have we morphed back? I don't really know. I just thought like, oh my god, like it just feels like Christmas again, and it's just really strange that it's actually near that, like it's pretty much Valentine's Day, and this is what it's like. It's just insane. For the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier. This is the Honey Translucent Powder. I was on a like masterclass Zoom last Friday with Laura Mercier and their team, and they had this new like way of setting with powder, and I was like, I really want to try that. I don't know if it's called like the tackle way, I don't know. Laura Mercier do these like powder puffs, and you just load it with powder basically, and so it's like chocolate with powder, and then you tackle up the puff, and you just sort of like give it a really good like, and it's like a way of setting your base by like melting the powder in rather than like placing it over the top, so you don't get like a powdery finish. Then you just sort of like roll it on to your skin. I really hope I'm doing this right. And also a really good tip that they gave as well, that if you do that and you load up your powder thing, you can put that in your bag instead of like taking out your powder because it's already loaded up. That's really, really nice. Obviously we'll determine how that actually sets. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Misguided. This is the Instant Vacay bronzer. This is the shade Light. I am so impressed with Misguided's makeup. Their beauty line is insane. So I'm just going to mix both of these together and just start buffing that over where we cream contoured. For blusher, I'm going to go in with this Scott Barnes palette. I have only just recently got this and I'm totally obsessed. So this is the blush palette Chic Cheek #1. So I'm going to mix the shade Sweet Cheeks and Mango Fizz, which are these two shades right here. I feel like these two mixed together give that like sort of sunburnt look, which I'm praying for a holiday, but it doesn't look like it's going to be anytime soon. So this is a perfect alternative to looking sun-kissed. So I take that over my nose as well. And again, I just go a wee bit ham on the old blush. I take it up onto my forehead just to tie it all together, down onto my chin as well. And it looks crazy, but I swear it looks really, really good like once the whole look is complete. For a highlight, I'm going to take the two Vive highlights in the shade Holy Chic and Bijou. I like to mix these together, so I'm just mixing those and I just start to place it right on like the high point of my cheekbone, and I just really lightly apply because you don't need a lot of this. Stop. Just stop that thing. Like how beautiful and how healthy. does my skin look? So to set all that in place before I move on to my eyes, I'm going to be using the Benefit. This is the Professional Super Setting Spray. I love this spray because I just like the mist that's on it. It's really, really fine, and it's not like a super soaker. Okay, some of them are like a super soaker and it's not okay. It's got like a nice smell to it as well. Onto my eyes, I'm going to be using the Plouise base in the shade 02. I always use this base. I'm kind of scared to use another base in case it goes wrong. I take this on a fluffy brush and I start kind of packing it on. Cover like the full eyelid because I'm going to blend this out. So then I just take a beauty blender and I just blend this out. I take it right up to my brows and I sort of like take it out to my temple as well. So it just looks like that. It is quite like stark, but I just like the kind of white bright base for when I'm using eyeshadow, because then you just get like the truest pigment of the palette that you're going to use. I am going to be using the Doll Beauty. This is the Dolly Mixtures palette. It looks like this, and it really has like all your basics, and then it's got pops of colour, which I just think is perfect. I am going to take this shade here, which is Chalk Drop. Is it Chalk Drop? It's Chalk Drop. I'm just going to start buffing that back and forth, just keeping most of the pigment on my outer corner. I can also buff this all the way out to my brow, or in the tail of my brow. So I'm just buffing that slightly through the crease, but I'm not taking it really all the way. I'm just keeping it on that outer corner. Even just like that, I would say is enough. Like a really nice thick coat mascara, and just that, like, you're ready for your Zoom work meeting, honey. You're ready. So I'm just doing the exact same on the other eye. I'm just dragging it all the way out and buffing it in and across, but just halfway. I'm going to start darkening up the outer corner, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is Mochaccino. Just going to start to like stamp this in a V shape on my outer corner. Just start kind of stamping it up like so, just to deepen that outer corner, but not too much. And just bring it into the lash line. Just really light-handed with this as well. The lighter you are with your brush, the sort of better your blend will be. Then I'm just going to take this tiny little like detail brush. This is the Doll Beauty 15. I'm just going to take this black licorice on this brush. I'm going to run this right along my lash line, but I'm only going to take it to where the brown starts. I'm not going to run it right the way along. I'm just going to go back through with our previous shades just to like buff all that in, make sure there's no harsh lines and that everything looks really, really blended, because that is just the key to eyeshadow success. Just make sure you're all blended. So I'm just going to go in with the Doll Beauty Push Poppin' Liner, and this is optional by the way, but I am just literally going into my lash line and just creating basically a straight line, because I have such fair eyelashes. When I do apply a lash on, there is like sort of just like a nude line in between the lashes and the band. So that doesn't really do anything of great detail, but it's when it becomes to putting on the lashes that is where that matters. For lashes, I am going to go in with the Doll Beauty Selena lashes. The glue, by the way, that I'm using is the Eldora glue. I absolutely love this glue. It's so sticky and it always stays really tacky. So even if like something pops off, it's like it's still tacky enough where you can just like stick it back down. So I am just going to take the Chalk Drop shade again, and I'm just going to apply that to the outer corner, and I'm not going to take it all the way in. I'm going to take it just to like halfway and just sort of blend it, just blend it away. So I'm just connecting it to that shadow that we have going out to the temples. I'm going to take the shade Mochaccino, which is that darker brown, and I'm literally just going to stamp this into my lashes, just give it a little wiggle, but I'm not blending it, I'm just wiggling that into my lower lashes like so. That's all that needs. For my waterline, I'm going to go in with this. This is the Plouise and Mitchell Blank Canvas. This is my absolute holy grail product. This is what I use for like my cut creases, and I use this in my waterline. It's the best stuff ever. I just take this on a liner brush and literally just run it all right along, and it just brightens up your eye without it looking like crazy, because sometimes I do think that white liner can just look a little bit too much. Mascara, I'm going to go with the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara. I love this. It's so inexpensive and it just works so well. It is quite like a clumpy mascara, but I like that look. So our lashes are almost dry, so I'm just going to apply them. I apply over the top and down, just right in the centre of the outer corner, if that makes sense, and then I just place the corners on, and that's the lash on. That is actually how easy it was. That was no sped up, that was real time. That was real time putting that lash on. These lashes are so pretty. They're just really lightly winged out, and I just think that they're perfect. So I'm just going to apply some mascara on my lower lashes. I like my lower lashes to look really chunky and really full, so I go in heavy with the mascara on these. I also really like the contrast of the bright waterline with the really black lashes. For my brows, I already have a little bit of the pink honey glue through them, which is kind of giving them like a little bit of a laminated, like fluffy effect. But I'm just going to run some of the Misguided, it's Browjam tinted marker. This is the shade medium. I have been using the shade light, but I think my brows are needing a little bit of help because obviously there's like no tint on them anymore. So I'm just going to go in the shade medium and try and like really darken them up. That was so easy. And it looks so much better. I really like a fluffy brow. I don't really particularly like a structured brow. So I just love that. A really natural, wild, fluffy brow. Then I'm just going to take a little bit of the Bijou highlight from Vive, and I'm just going to apply some of that right into my tear duct just to brighten up that inner corner. For my lips, I'm kind of doing my favourite nude lip combo. I love Morphe Sweet Tea with the Doll Beauty lipsticks in Foamo and Golden Girl. And then I love to just add a little bit of the Beauty Bay gloss in the shade Ballet. Then I'm just going to use my finger to blend that with the liner because I totally am aware of how light that lipstick is to how dark the liner is. Then I'm just taking a little bit of Golden Girl and just applying that over the top. It's just a little bit more peachy and it's not as matte. Then I'm just taking the Beauty Bay gloss in Ballet and I'm just lining my Cupid's bow. If you just line your Cupid's bow with gloss and then just right in the centre, it makes your entire lip look glossy without having like the glossy gloop in here, which I think is legendary. So I just think now my whole lip looks glossy, but I haven't got the gloss taste. It's literally just where the light catches, which I think is such a good idea, because one, you don't waste as much gloss, and two, you don't have to eat it. And your hair might not get in it so much. You don't know that yet, so that's not facts. That's just rumours right now. Right guys, this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed, and I really hope to be back with more videos, but I want to come out with more like content ideas. Like, I don't just want to do like makeup tutorials all the time. I want to do like hauls. I want to do maybe like some cooking videos. I'm terrible at cooking, but that might spur me on to actually try new things. Maybe some baking videos, maybe some vlogs, some day in the life of, some where you'll kind of meet my dog, my little miniature dash hound, little Apollo, so cute. So yeah, I'm just thinking that it would just be nice to just almost get more of like a personality across here on YouTube, because I know it's kind of difficult on Instagram to really get to properly know someone. So I just kind of think that this would just be like a little fun thing to do. So I just definitely want to be more present on YouTube going forward. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another one, hopefully very, very soon. Hugs, virtual hugs. Bye guys!